Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So here it is, crack of dawn, and we're at it again. So I wanted to talk about something that kind of got brought up a little bit in the live stream last night and kind of give you guys some tips because I think there's some misunderstanding. I'm not going to say it's bad information put out, but I think it's a misunderstanding. And I kind of touched on it real quick last night. Y'all remember a month back or whatever when you had the GameStop deal and the Reddit raiders running the stock price of GameStop through the roof. Okay, people made a ton of money on it. Then they tried the same thing with silver. Silver's a little different animal than a stock. Okay, but so now here being what is today, the 28th of April. There is talk that there's going to be another short squeeze on silver on the 1st. Now, the 1st is Saturday, which is the first thing that I kind of find interesting. So it might happen Friday. It might happen Monday. There is a silver market. You know, you can still buy silver over the weekend, obviously. But that's the supposed day. Okay. Now, the big difference, and a lot of you guys know this, but for those of you that are new and don't and trying to learn something here, I'm going to tell you. There's a difference between physical silver and paper silver, okay? And, you know, physical silver is the one that you have delivered to your house. It's coins or bars or whatever it would be. That's the only one I'm ever going to recommend you buy. You know, as the old saying, if you can't hold it, you don't own it, okay? Paper silver is a piece of paper, literally saying you own X amount of silver. Great. Here's the problem with that. Let's say, and I'm just going to use simple numbers just to make it easy. Let's say the commodities dealer or whatever has 100 ounces of silver in the vault, and they sell me 10 ounces on paper, and you 10 ounces in paper, and 20 other people 10 ounces of paper. Okay? They still only have 100 ounces, but now they've sold, in my example here, 220 ounces. Math early. If everybody winds up taking delivery on that, says, I want it delivered, they don't have the silver to deliver. Okay? That's the big problem with the paper silver market. So that's what I'm saying. Only get it for delivery. You want to hold it. You want it in your hand, in your possession. You don't want it in a vault somewhere for somebody else to be holding it because they're using that silver. They're loaning your silver out to somebody else so they can short silver or whatever it would be. And then you may have a difficult time getting it back. And considering there is a silver shortage right now, you definitely don't want to own it on paper. Now, what a squeeze is. If y'all know what shorting is, okay, and this is what the lead up to this. Shorting is borrowing something, selling it, borrowing something and selling it with the intention of paying back what you borrowed, giving back what you borrowed in the first place. So this is kind of how it works. If I borrow an ounce of silver right now at a spot price, and I'll explain that in a second, a spot price of about $26, okay, and I sell it, I get the $26 cash, but I have an obligation to pay back that ounce of silver to who I borrowed it from, not cash, the silver. My hope is that the price of silver goes down so I can buy the silver back at a cheaper price and pocket the difference. So if I borrowed it and sold at 26 and the price of silver goes down to 24, I can then buy the ounce of silver back at 24, give it to the person I borrowed in the first place, and I pocket the $2 difference. That's what shorting is, okay? Now, this whole conversation about a short squeeze is when everybody's buying, and the guy who shorted it at 26, borrowed it to sell it at 26, the price is going up, okay? And he's got to chase it. It's 26.50, 27, 27.50, 28, until the point where they panic and go, crap, I got to buy it back to pay off what I borrowed. So now he shorted it at 26, got his cash, but now the price goes up to 28. He's like, crap, I'm losing money. I got to go buy it back at 28. So he loses $2 to repay that debt. But in the process, that's more buying on the silver market, which continues to drive the price up. Okay, that's what they're trying to do with the short squeeze here. Is if enough people are buying silver, which is reducing supply, that will take the shorts and force them to go out and buy into the market a lot. It is something that is very powerful in the market, on stocks, on bonds, on anything. Yes, I mean, think of any mutual fund you buy. Okay, you are buying it, hoping it goes up and you make money. All shorting is the exact opposite. You are selling it, hoping it goes down to buy it back at a later, cheaper price to make money. It's just the inverse. That's all it is. So now, here's my point on all of this. Like I said, right now, as I'm recording this, it's 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. Silver spot price is $26.02. All right. So premiums that you're paying on silver right now are about $5 for best price I can find. All right. And I've mentioned many times on websites, there's a website called comparesilverprices.com. That will give you the current prices on anything from silver.com to JM Bullion to SD Bullion to AppMex to Provident Metals to the main players, okay, to the main dealers, which is where you're going to get for the most part, your best price. Sometimes you can find something cheaper, but again, remember, coin shops are going to be buying a lot from the dealers, and then the coin shop needs profit too. So what you're doing is cutting out the middleman here by buying it straight from the bullion dealer. All right, so you're going to be able to get a little cheaper. Granted, it's not going to be in your hand immediately. You're going to have to wait a week or so to get it. Okay. I will say this: I have ordered from Silver, from JM, from JD, from Provident, from BGSC. I have never had a problem whatsoever with the quality I've got from any of them or with the delivery time. Okay, so not an issue whatsoever about, oh my God, I just gave my X amount of dollars and where's my silver? It's coming. And they're good about telling you exactly where you are in the process. Your payment's processing, your payment's been approved, this is your shipping date, here's your tracking information, et cetera, et cetera. I've never had a problem. Not saying that nobody else ever has. There's probably, every company's going to have an issue every once in a while. Okay. But I'm just saying I've never had a problem. So don't worry about it here. So my point is, when a whole lot of people are saying, oh, buy silver on the 1st, well, that's chasing your tail, because sure, that's what they want people to do, and the uninformed will go in and buy it on the 1st, and they're chasing it as it goes up. Well, if this comes to fruition, like I said, right now, silver's $26, thereabouts, $31 to buy an ounce round, okay? Why not buy it now, and then as everybody's chasing it, it's going up, and it goes to 27, 28, 29, hypothetically, okay? Why would I want to buy it at 29 on Friday or Saturday when I can buy it at 26 on Wednesday? This is my point. I mentioned a while back, I want to be buying silver 24 to 25. That was the good price at that time. Obviously, things move. 26 is still down here in a good range. I'm still buying silver, okay? Do not let the fact that it's gone up a little bit chase you away. $31 right now with the premium. I know everybody says that's a little steep. Historically, yes, it is. But if the price of silver all of a sudden is 31 and the premium is now at 36, you're going to be happy you bought it at 31. Okay. Not giving you financial advice. I'm just telling you this. Technicals say that we're still at we're on an upswing, but we're still on a bottom. We're still in a buy. I don't know how much I believe this. I mean, everybody who wants to get a crystal ball out, you're hearing these guys saying we're going to see $200 silver and all this sort of stuff. If we do, and we all make 8 times our money, hey, fabulous. Okay. My personal thought, looking at supply and demand, looking at using the old noggin up here, the squirrel cage that I got trained in, I'm betting you're going to probably see mid to upper 30s in silver this year. I've said that for months. We're headed, and I'm not talking about, I'm talking spot price. Okay. So at that point, my guess is by Christmas, if you're buying silver, you're going to be buying around $40 an ounce. Right now, you're buying at $31 an ounce. You know what? I'll take a 30% profit if I get it this year. Thank you very much. So that's what I got this morning. If you're looking at silver, now would be a good time to buy. Don't be one of these sheep and waiting for the Reddit raiders to go in and say, yeah, I'm going to go in and help them, and I'm going to spend too much money. If you want to do it, get in while the getting's good. You're going to see small fluctuations and everything, but the difference in paying $25 and $26 an ounce for the purpose of buying silver isn't squat. Okay, because the last thing you're going to be doing is going, 8 months from now going, crap, I wish I would have bought it 26 because now I got to buy it 36, so that's my point. Nibble, nibble, nibble. You're not going out and buying 1,000 ounces of silver. Buy an ounce or two, buy 5 ounces, buy whatever you can afford, Obviously, if you can buy a little bit more, the shipping is free. So at that point, a lot of these places are like $200 worth and you get free shipping. Okay. Still got to pay sales tax. And for me, that sucks because of Tennessee state sales tax. But if you're in a state like New Hampshire and you don't have sales tax, hey, bonus. But if you only can afford $50 a week or whatever it is, maybe buy $50 now while you can, maybe then save for whatever time and get to the $200. But, don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Don't worry about saving $8 in shipping to wind up costing you $10 in the price on silver. So that's just kind of my point. All right, guys, have a good one. It's Wednesday, and I'm praying to God it doesn't rain. I got a busy work day, though. Conference calls like crazy. Have a good one. Pinball out.